Hello everyone. If your computer feels slow, your hard drive or SSD is almost full, or you're planning to upgrade from an old HDD or a small SSD to a larger SSD or NVMe drive, this video is exactly for you. In this video, I'll show you two easy and reliable methods. First, how to clone an HDD to an SSD internally without using an enclosure. Second, how to clone an SSD or HDD to a new NVMe M.2 SSD using a USB enclosure. Both methods work on Windows 10 and Windows 11. Let's start with the first method. To clone an HDD to an SSD without an enclosure, first power off your laptop or PC, open the back cover, and install the new SSD as a second internal drive. This method is perfect if your computer has two storage slots. Once Windows starts, right-click the Start menu and open Disk Management. If the new SSD is being used for the first time, Windows will ask you to initialize the disk. Choose GPT, then create and format a simple volume if required. To clone the system, I'm using EaseUS Disk Copy. You will find the official download link in the video description. What makes EaseUS Disk Copy great is that it's extremely simple, beginner-friendly, and designed specifically to clone Windows system drives with guaranteed boot. This is my old system drive, which is almost full and BitLocker encrypted, and this is the new SSD, which is empty. The app can migrate Windows and files even from a BitLocker encrypted drive. However, to avoid the old drive getting locked after booting from the new SSD, it's recommended to suspend or disable BitLocker before cloning. I'll continue without disabling it so you can see the result. Now open EaseUS Disk Copy. The software automatically detects your system and asks if you want to migrate the operating system to a new drive. Click Yes. If you are asked to select manually, choose the old drive as the source disk and the new SSD as the target disk. Click Next, then click Proceed to start the cloning process. Notice that the target SSD will be fully erased, and any data currently stored on it will be deleted. During cloning, the app performs a one-to-one system clone, aligns the SSD for best performance, preserves Windows, apps, files, and settings, and supports cloning HDD to SSD or SSD to SSD on Windows 11 and Windows 10. When the cloning process finishes, the software asks if you want to boot from the cloned disk. Select the first option to automatically adjust the boot order, then click Reboot Now. After rebooting, the computer boots flawlessly from the new SSD. Notice that the Windows loads normally, everything is faster, and all programs and files are exactly where they were. There's no need to reinstall Windows or applications. As you can see, the new SSD is now the system drive, while the old drive appears BitLocker locked, because the BitLocker wasn't disabled. This confirms the migration was successful and no data was lost. Now let's move to the second method. This method shows how to clone an SSD or HDD to a new NVMe M.2 SSD using a USB enclosure. It's ideal for laptops with only one SSD slot, for upgrading to a larger SSD, or for moving Windows to another computer. First, get a compatible SSD enclosure. Install the new SSD into the enclosure, then plug it into your computer using USB. Open EaseUS Disk Copy. The software detects the external SSD and asks if you want to migrate the operating system to the new external drive. Confirm to continue. Keep in mind that the target SSD will be fully formatted, and any existing data on it will be erased. The app is now transferring Windows, system partitions, files, and boot information, creating a fully bootable clone with no manual configuration required. When cloning finishes, the software may ask if you want to boot from the external SSD. You can click Yes, but for best results, power off the computer, open the laptop, and replace the old internal SSD with the newly cloned SSD. This avoids potential boot conflicts. Whether you want to clone HDD to SSD, clone SSD to SSD on Windows 11, upgrade your laptop SSD without losing data, or migrate Windows to a new drive or to new computer without reinstalling Windows, EaseUS Disk Copy makes the entire process simple and reliable. Its main advantages are that it's beginner-friendly, offers one-click disk cloning with guaranteed boot, and is designed specifically for Windows system migration. You will find the official EaseUS Disk Copy link in the description. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone planning to upgrade their SSD. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.